What's up, guys? Let's talk a little bit about meeting conduct. And the reason I want to talk about meeting conduct with you guys is because I believe that this is the one area of network marketing that really perpetuates the negative stigma, because people went to a bad meeting. And people have this image of network marketing as small time, and really it's bigger than the movie business, it's bigger than the music business, it's bigger than video games. It's $175 billion a year. And people are making huge amounts of money. You got Richard Branson, Donald Trump, Robert Kiyosaki, President Clinton. You got all these like super credible people now that are ambassadors for the industry saying how great it is. Economy crashes, people want to make more money. They can get a second job or they can start a business. You get a second job, there goes all your free time. Start a business, most people can't afford it. So network marketing has just exploded over the past few years because people need to make more money. And so I really want to do my best to help the image of the industry. And I think the one place we can do that is with meeting conduct. There's typically two mistakes that I see. Number one, there's not enough energy in the room. Or number two, there's too much energy in the room. And the first one is probably the more common. You go to a meeting and you can see it right away. There's a bunch of empty chairs, people are leaning back, they're crossing their arms, they're texting, they're not into it. The presenter's sweating bullets, and you can feel the tension in the room. You could cut through the air with a knife, okay? That's the first one. And people are late, and it looks like people don't want to be there. And then the second one is people are too excited. There's too much hype, too much music, too much dancing, too much hugging. There's a big difference between a business briefing and a seminar. Your Super Saturdays, of course, you want to raise the energy, Tony Robbins style. They do all that kind of stuff, and that's what you're supposed to do. But a business briefing is a little bit different. Now also, this one's funny. You got to have a formal presentation, and you got to have an informal presentation. I see people do a formal presentation for a home meeting with 3 people. They're wearing a suit and tie, and they start the meeting with, "Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, I have an exciting opportunity." Of course, you look like a clown. So your formal presentation, maybe you just wear a nice shirt and jeans. You don't have to wear a suit and tie to do a meeting at somebody's house for 3 people. I'd probably stay away from words like "ladies and gentlemen." And, just talk to people. Have a conversation, not a presentation. So you've got to have your formal presentation and your informal presentation. Your formal presentation, you're going to use more facts, more statistics. You're going to cover all the information, okay? So now when it's overhyped, it just feels like a setup. And, you bring a really professional person and they're going to look at it. And if you guys become a clique and you stop identifying with the prospects, you're screwed. You lose. The person you got to identify with is not each other, it's the prospects, okay? Now also, whenever I didn't have a guest, I would always go to the meeting anyway because I wanted to meet everybody and talk to everybody and find out their stories. And I remember there was a guy named Mike Letcher, who was a tennis coach, great guy. And I got to know him, got to know his story. Whenever I would have prospects that played tennis, I would introduce them to Mike Letcher. And so if you've been doing network marketing for a while and you're not having the success that you want, meeting conduct could be the reason. It's almost like a soup. You leave out 1 or 2 things and it doesn't taste right. It's like watching a bad magic trick, somebody who's not doing it properly when you go to a bad meeting. And these are little things that we can fix so easily. All you got to do is make sure your car is clean, dress for success. It's funny, in the beginning, we always tell people they're not saying no to you. They're saying no to the opportunity to make you feel better. That's a big lie. They're saying no to you. People don't join the business, they join you. So who are you? Would you join you? These are questions you got to ask. You got to dress your best. You don't have to wear a suit and tie. You can, but I always tell people, wear whatever you want, but look your best. Look like a person that's focused on business. It's so many people in their 20s, they want to look sexy rather than professional. It's not about looking sexy. You don't want to look sexy. You want to look professional. You know what's sexy? Being rich is sexy. So forget about being sexy for now and be professional. And we'll talk a lot more about meeting conduct in a basic training video. I'm trying to keep all these videos between 3 and 5 minutes. But again, meeting conduct. Most important thing, participation, lean forward, fill the room from the front, not the back, no empty chairs, and you guys will get the hang of it.